Hey guys, today we're going to be doing a solo guide on Kafe. It's going to be for bar and cocktail, this site right here. It's going to be for Azami. She's going to be one of the best solo queue ops, like guaranteed, maybe even the best out of offense and defense. For loadout, I would definitely recommend bringing the SMG and not the fucking shotgun. That's going to be a bad choice right there. And then you're going to want the deagle, that's the only choice. Then I like bringing impacts on this site if I'm solo queue, just so I can make the rotates. Because if you're relying on your randoms to do that, like I said in the last video, it's not going to work very well. So I'm just going to bring that. But if you know somebody's going to make them, like if you're very confident or if you're playing with somebody else that will, definitely bring the barbed wire. Because you're going to be able to wire that really hard on white stairs. Like smack two of them on there. One on the lower and one on the upper, and that's going to stop everything on there. Because people love to rush, especially in like the lower ranks and solo queue and everything. That's one of the most common plays on this site. They just don't know how to attack it. Maybe sometime I'll do an attack guide as well on the site. I think I got a pretty good solo attack.
Protect the bombs. Down to 10 seconds.
Okay, as you can see, I put the timer up to 10 minutes because I'm going to show you guys everything I do here this time. So you're going to want to shoot this glass. I didn't make this clear last video, but you do this so you can hear any repels. Like, if you're sitting in this corner playing, or right here, or even over here, you're going to hear a repel every single time. Unless you're like way over there repelling, obviously. That's why you're going to do the same thing to this. So now both of those are broken and they can't silently repel and get a freebie. Always do that one too. And you're going to want to throw this Kiba barrier right here. Because if they got in this repel like right away at the start of the round, because they can get there within like 20 seconds, I think, or something. Now they can't just get a free line of sight to anybody like still setting up shit over here. Like putting their shield or whatever, or just running around trying to rotate or peek a window. That one's like the most important one to do first. For the rotates, you're going to want to put it either here or here. I'd recommend doing this. And that's because of the skylight right here. If you're putting it right here, they're going to see you every time coming through the rotate. But if you do back here, they can't see you very well at all. Especially if you hug the wall like this. I kind of botched it a little bit. You should be able to run through, but just try to make it like that. First reinforcement is going to go up here. I'm going to show you guys where every reinforcement goes and line of sight. I'm going to reinforce these two walls. Again, you can't do this yourself. You're going to need like to fill in the reinforcements that your teammates aren't going to get. And if they don't reinforce anything, you kind of just screwed at that point. I recommend doing lines of sight on this wall like this. This is called trash wall right here. This is like the default plant usually. One of the defaults. So you're going to do this because you're trying to play this area right here. This is going to be your last fallback spot, really, or your second last spot. And I'll show you exactly why that is with all the Kibas. So if you have time, definitely do this. A lot of times your teammates are going to reinforce it anyway. No big deal. Here you're going to make the rotate on this side preferably. If you do it on the other side, then that's going to give them another line of sight just to drop fast on the hatch. Like if they drop immediately right here, now they can't really see the rotate, right? They're going to have to swing wide just for that. It doesn't really matter too much on this wall. That's like the least important. And you're going to want to put your reinforcement here. This is also a very important one for what you're trying to play. Have to make these lines of sight on this. I'd recommend head level so that way you can just peek easily like this. You can easily just swing everything with that. That's why it's important to try to get rid of this little slab. And that's why I hit the painting at the start too. So at this point, did I shoot this yet? I didn't. You want to shoot that window too. I'd recommend shooting at least one of these, but I like doing both usually. Obviously you want to shoot these because that's annoying. Another two reinforcements you're going to want to get are these on red wall. These are like a must. If you don't get these, they'll immediately go on the hatch and like Bucket or Sophia or Ash or anything from there. You have to reinforce those pretty much. And odds are if you do, they're rarely going to get this wall even in solo queue. Especially if you have like a mute or something on there. Because they don't know how to just go on a simple rappel and shoot it. You don't have to shoot the glass in this one. I just like doing it for every single window I can. Your next Azami barrier. So say the round star, you just got your second one right here. You're gonna want to throw it right on this chair, right there. Sometimes it'll open a little funny. That's why you just want to throw it on the exact spot I just did. It might take a couple tries to get used to. This way you're protected from all the windows like this. So you can just hold this door now. It's really clutch. And that goes along with this next one. Your third one, you're going to throw right there. Because now, say they swing this, they have no clue this is there. That's going to be a free kill for you because they're going to be aiming head level probably. And if they're not going to be able to shoot your head either way, right? This is a hard shot to hit right here. Like if you're hiding in this corner right here. Which leads me to the next barrier. So right up there at the tip top of that. So now you're protected from this window. And this is going to be like your main power spot on this. You can watch this door here. I know it's going to take a while, but once you finally get your last Kiba, you're going to want to put it right at the top of this. Just like that. That was perfect, I think. Because now you're protected from this window. And if they want to get like 2 of these, that's going to take all of Zophia's utility. That's going to take all of Ash's utility. Or 2 grenades. Or like a Gon 6 and a nade. So that's going to be really clutch. Especially since we're taking away nades from Finka and Maverick, I believe. That was just a leak, but I think it's going to happen. Since those ops are like really, really strong. That's all the Kibas though. There's still some reinforcements I got to show you. You can reinforce this wall here, but it's not like the most important thing. But that's really good if you still have a bathroom and they like drop the hatch really quick, which could come in handy in solo queue, so I'm just gonna do it. Usually if we have everything else reinforced already, I'm just gonna get that anyway. It's hard to use up all the walls on this. You're gonna wanna make this. And this is gonna be another option for you right here. Usually I like doing this if there's no rotate either. But you want to make like a rotate in this bottom right if you have a impact grenade left. So if you don't want to make this one instead, and you want to reinforce this off and just play to die in like White Hallway and Piano, then instead you can just use the impact on that right there. I also like hitting these, just so I can rotate across. I think this is default knowledge, so everybody knows about that. I think that's pretty much everything with Azami you can do. Yeah. You can get like a really nice line of sight onto the skylight too. I used all my deagle ammo, but you get the point. You can get a nice little angle right there. And that's going to be really hard to kill you off. That's everything though with the Azami, I think. Pretty much wraps it up. Again, for the barb, if you do bring that instead of impacts, if somebody else has the rotates covered, put a piece like right there on the bottom. Also, if you know somebody's going to be rushing, if they did it like the first round and you lost or something and you're trying it again, just like be a rat over here. They're never going to expect somebody to be swinging out of here, especially with like a shotgun. Or just hold a really aggressive angle like this. And that's going to be a free kill every time. I'm telling you, people rush every single round on this site, on White Stairs. But yeah, pretty much you're going to be playing in this spot. In this little area. You can get grenaded from below, so just try not to stay in one spot, especially if there's like a drone. Just keep moving around like that. You don't want to hold this drop. You can probably hear the drop from here. I think I have like multiple times even. If it's very silent around the map. So you should be able to hear them drop. You have really nice angles here. And you can switch it up as well. Just watch out for that window if you're going to do that. But that's why you have this Kiba. If they do get rid of this one though, you're going to have to drop back. That's the most important part of this. So then you can play around this area. You can play behind this Kiba right here if you want close. If they're not on this rappel, you can try to swing them there. Or if they're on this rappel only, you can try to get close and even challenge. You don't have this barrier up yet. But yeah. And your next fallback is going to be like way over here. You can get a really nice angle on that door. Most of the pushes in solo queue are going to come from that area too, or just like random players crouch walking around white stairs or rappelling, like I said. Basically, you want to hold on piano as long as you can. That's the primary goal of this. And you can drop back to white. Just be careful of this Kiba if somebody's destroyed it. That's another good reason that that's there. And of course, you can hold this area if you need to late. And that's what these are going to help you for as well. So you can hold this door. Always lean like this too, by the way. Don't hold this angle. It exposes less of you, like, in a way, I guess. But if you hold it like this, you're going to have the peeker's advantage, especially if you get farther back.
15 seconds left.
You're going to have the massive peeker's advantage on that angle. Just a little tip.
10 seconds to go.
And you can run back into here if you want to. That's going to do it, though, I think. This is just a little guide for this site. I'm not going to cover the other ones. I don't really use Azami on the other sites. You can do the same thing, I guess, for reading room. Like a top-down hold, but probably wouldn't recommend that in solo queue. You're going to want to hold on to the site better. I hope you guys enjoyed this and learned something new, though. If you did, just leave a like down below and subscribe if you want more videos like this. And I'll see you in the next one.